Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber and it says, "Hello, Mr. Locario. I got a question for you. Should a guy approach a woman that is showing signs of disinterest towards him? Like she's walking by the guy and avoids to look him in the eye, as well as shows body language that says she doesn't want to talk to him. It happened to me once. The girl was kind of cute, but I didn't talk to her because I thought the interaction wouldn't be worth the hassle. She would probably give me one-word answers, and I would very probably get bullshit, and of course, I didn't want that. What should I do in these situations? Should I read a woman's body language before going to talk to her, or disregard that completely?" All right, so now, this is a very good question, because a lot of guys, they think that in order to really get with a girl, or, they'll say, well, I got to wait to see if she's checking me out, or to see if she's choosing me, to see if she's, giving me eye contact, and then I'm going to go and approach her. And, certain guys will be like, oh, I'm not going to go approach the girl unless I see her checking me out and all this other stuff, right? Now, if a chick is checking you out, and, she's, staring at you hard, and you like, okay, this girl's checking me out crazy, of course you go and approach her and talk to her and all that other good stuff, right? But the thing is, when it comes to you wondering like, hey, if a girl's not giving me eye contact, or it seems like she's not really checking me out, should I still go and approach? And the answer is yes. You still go and approach, even if a chick is not checking you out, even if you think that she might not be interested in you based off of her body language and all that other stuff. Because what's happening is you're making an assumption off of how she's going to feel about you based off what you think she's feeling. You understand? So, and the thing is, you don't know. You have no idea. You do not know how she's going to feel when you approach her and you talk to her. Do you understand what I'm saying? She doesn't even know how she's going to feel when you approach her and talk to her. You know why? Because the shit didn't happen yet. Do you understand? And let me tell you guys something. See, there's a difference between, you thinking you know something and you actually knowing something, right? There's a difference between that. See, you think that this girl might not be into you, right? But you don't know if this girl is going to be into you unless you actually go and approach. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to be in the situation in order for you to actually know, right? For example, if I went to, Africa, right? Or if you wanted to go to Africa, right? And you said to me, hey, do you know about this store that's in Nigeria somewhere, right? Now, if I went to Nigeria, if I went to Africa, I will be able to say, yes, I do know that store because I was there. I bought something from that store, which is in Nigeria that you're talking about, right? So I would say, yes, I know about that, right? But if you say, hey, do you know about the store in Africa? And I never been there, I never experienced none of that, I never seen it, I never heard about it, I would say, I don't know. Why? Because I've never been in that situation to know. So since I haven't been there, I do not know. So the thing is, you can't just assume that the girl is not going to be into you because you don't know she's not going to be if she's going to be into you or not, because you haven't approached, you haven't been in the situation yet, right? So this is why you guys have to still approach. Right? So you don't want to just sit there and say, oh, well, I'm not going to approach unless she checks me out. I'm not going to approach unless, I see her doing some sort of body language thing. See, a lot of guys who wait for that, a lot of guys who say, well, don't approach girls unless they're checking you out, or don't approach a chick unless, you're sure that she's going to, if she's into you and all that other nonsense. Guys who say that type of stuff are guys who are basically trying to figure out a way to get chicks without getting rejected, right? They're trying to figure out that way to make that happen. But the thing is, just because a girl is checking you out, or just because a girl seems like she's into you, doesn't necessarily mean when you actually go approach her that you're going to get her. Doesn't necessarily mean that, that she's going to have sex with you or none of that other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So just, looking for those signs isn't the thing that you need to be looking for, or the only thing you should be looking for when you approach a girl. Again, if a chick is checking you out, if a chick is like eyeball fucking you and all that shit, then yes, go and approach her. But if you see that she's not, if you see a chick is not even paying attention to you, you still should go and approach. Why? Because once you approach, that is when you will actually see if she is into you or not. Do you understand? Because the thing is, a chick could be walking, minding her own business. You go up and approach her. Y'all start talking. And then she's like, oh, wow, this guy's kind of cool. And you're like, hey, give me a number. And then she gives you the number, and then things go down, right? But if you would have just been like, oh, well, I'm waiting for her to give me eye contact. You understand what I'm saying? Then that, then you're wasting your time. You understand? You're sitting there letting girls go by. Who could have been the chicks that could have been getting with you, the type of girls who could have wanted you. You understand? And the thing is this, a lot of times women, sometimes they will like you because they actually got a taste or an experience of how you are in that moment. You understand? Because what happens is that sometimes a person might not know that they like something until they're experiencing it. It's like if I had a certain type of food, you might look at the food and be like, I don't know about that. You never tasted that type of food before. And then I say, come on, just take a bite of the food. You take a bite of the food and you're like, oh my God, this shit is so delicious. Let me get some more. I'm going to buy some and take some home and all this other stuff, right? But you didn't know that you liked it until you actually had a taste of it. So the girls, sometimes they don't know if they like you until they have a taste of the game that you're presenting to them. Do you understand this? So don't sit there and wait until a girl looks at you. Don't sit there and wait until a girl is, giving you some sort of body language or smiling at you and all this other stuff, right? Don't wait for none of that shit. Again, because sometimes they are not even, look, girls be walking down the street and doing their thing and in their own freaking world. And also they have their guard up a lot of times because they get approached by, certain dudes that they're not even feeling. So they're already, walking like goddamn zombies. Do you understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you might not even technically be on her radar. And then when you go up and approach her and say, hey, what's going on? And she turns around and y'all start talking and now she's all into you. You understand what I'm saying? So, don't let the whole, I gotta wait for her to look at me. I gotta wait for her to smile at me. And truth be told, I always find it funny where, dudes be on this, oh, well, you gotta wait for a girl to check you out. Or, you gotta wait for a girl to look at you. Most dudes, let's keep this 100. Most dudes do not have women checking them out like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Most guys do not have girls checking them out like that. And if they do have girls checking them out like that, it's very, it's not something that happens all the time. So you might have a chick check you out maybe once or twice a month. You understand what I'm saying? If that much, you understand? So, you're going to wait only once or twice a month, and then you're only going to wait on those girls. What if the 2 girls a month that check you out are girls that you don't find attractive? So now you got to wait another month until another girl checks you out. Like, that's ridiculous, right? So if you want a number of different girls, if you want a lot of girls, you got to go and approach. And truth be told, a lot of them are not going to be giving you that body language. A lot of them are not going to be checking you out. And sometimes it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that they are not interested in you. It has something to do with, women just, on a social level. You understand? They're used to conducting themselves in a certain way. Even sometimes when a chick is checking you out, you won't even notice it because she'll do it so quick and so slick that you won't even know that she was checking you out. You understand what I'm saying? So girls, they'll do all that type of shit. Or sometimes they'll be embarrassed to be even looking at you like that, so they just won't. You understand? So you can't wait for those signs and stuff all the time. Now, again, if she is checking you out, if she is, showing all that body language and everything, yes, use that to your advantage, because you can be like, oh, you go up to her and be like, hey, how long you was going to be staring at me before you said hi or whatever. You can start your conversation with that, right? But the thing is, you do not have to wait until a chick is doing that. And don't think that, these girls aren't interested in you just because they are not checking you out like that. You feel me? So that's pretty much it. Guys, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below. Make sure if you want to learn more about approaching women, get my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Go to MrLocario.com to get your copy today, and I'll holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. It gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.